Hello everyone and welcome to the Rancho. I've got something unique for you today. We're going to be listening to a 30-year-old Bose Sound System. How has it held up over the last 30 years? It's the Bose Acoustimas, the theater system from home, actually a home system from 1990, and I'm very eager to see how that's going to sound, and I hope that you will enjoy this video and give it a listen. Amar Bose founded Bose Technology out of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1964. And he was another engineer who was really pressed to make sure that sound systems could produce the broadest, widest range of frequencies so that nothing was left on the studio floor when it came time to production. And he was able to compact that into a super small size. Years ago I had the Bose Jewels cubes that I installed in the kitchen, tied them into my computer, and when I'm listening to YouTube videos, it is fantastic, I'll tell you. So when my friend recently gave up his Bose system, he offered it to me, and of course, being an audiophile and someone that enjoys audio restorations, of which I have dozens and dozens here on the channel, and rescues too, I said, sure, I'll take that. And I couldn't wait to get that set up to see how the technology and sound is held up 30 years later. In my opinion, Bose was the king at producing the high frequencies. Tweeters, well, I think really until he came along, those higher frequencies of sound were really kind of the quality wasn't as good as certainly he wanted, so he set about to design a system that would encompass, as I said, that broad range of frequencies. Let's take a minute now to look at the system and its various components, and don't go anywhere. We're going to have a listening experience. Let's quickly just go over some of the components of the system. It's a little dusty because it's my friend the boss, who I affectionately call the boss, has had this for years, and he offered me, would you like to have this system? And I'm like, well, anytime I can get some Bose technology, that's fantastic. And it has the ability, well, back in 1990, the MP3 wasn't really a factor yet, but it could take the input from a tape player, auxiliary, like an MP3, and it works fairly well. But it's very good for theater, too, for inputting, if you're listening to a movie, and integrating the sound in from your movie through this system. This is basically a preamp here. It also has an AM FM tuner, and it has a volume control there, and it makes a very handsome looking unit when it's closed up here. Yes, it's a little dusty. It's been sitting a while. This is really like a preamp though, and it feeds the signal into this Acoustimas, what they call the powered speaker system. And anytime you see these big cooling fins on the back, you're probably looking at big output transistors there, and that takes the signal from this unit, the bass unit, inputs it through here. Then it also takes not only the beautiful bass that comes out of here, and you can see the openings for the bass, and this is really powerful when you're kicking the bass, which I love. It also has the ability to adjust more or less bass, and then it kicks a signal for the higher frequencies onto these beautiful cubes. And I thought so much of these years ago that I mounted them in the kitchen, and when I'm listening to YouTube and things like that, I have excellent audio quality over my little, what they call jewel cubes. So it's a very nice system. You can see it all just set up. It's a little junky looking right now, just for the sake of the video. I'm setting this up, so let's go ahead and have a listen to it. Ready for that listening experience? One of my favorite composers is a young one on YouTube. He goes by the channel white sand. And I have been a proud supporter of his channel for years because I think he really puts some dramatic flair to what he does. And today we're going to feature his composition, Legend of the King. Back in 2019, when I had a chance to go to Niagara Falls, I was very excited to use his composition in my video. By the way, my favorite YouTube video of all I ever produced, and that's saying a lot, with 10,000 videos over 7+ years. It just turned out great. And I've always appreciated his style and always feature his music when I can. As you're doing this listening experience, if you have headphones or earbuds, I would encourage you to put them on. I think it will heighten the experience for you. Pay particular attention to the stereo effect and which sounds are coming out of which side for which instruments. Also take note of the great reproduction of high frequencies and the great bass that the Acoustimas bass woofer unit provides. Let's get to it. Don't forget at the end of the video too, thumbs up are very appreciated. I'm always glad to have you along for a vintage audio listening experience. Don't forget the thumbs up at the end.